Anyways, guys, here we are. Here we are, guys. Here we are, guys. Back with episode back here with episode 91. Here we are, guys. Here with episode 91. Here comes Shorty Boy. Anyways, guys, here before we get into it, I have to reiterate this every stream. I have to reiterate this every stream. If at any point in the stream you got hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment. That's why I stutter. That's why I trip over my words. Anyways, guys, let's get the promotional stuff out of the way, and then we can get into it. So, you'll get the boxing stream eventually. You'll get the boxing stream eventually. I'll talk about all the greats: Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Joe Louis, Rock Marciano, Sugar Ray Robinson, etc., etc. I'll talk about all the greats eventually. Also, guys, I'm still working on the White Knight, on Ogre's 8, on the Dragon King trilogy, and the broader world of Evoluria itself. And I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on Samurai and Gunslinger. Anyways, guys, with that being said, let's get into it. Also, guys, I'm sorry because yes, this is technically a redo, a re-upload, if you would, because I was doing the stream, we were doing good, and then my sister, decides to come in and prank me, by playing fart sound effects. Beautiful. I love you, sis. That was actually pretty funny, though. That was actually pretty funny. Anyways, guys, it's what I want to talk about because we got plenty of time here. We got plenty of time. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry if you're seeing this if the second time. This is a redo because my sister pranked me and it was very very funny. So let's give a quick hand to my sister. Very very nice, very very good. Anyways, guys, so if y'all want to watch, if y'all are interested in any of my other content, I have everything organized now. I have everything organized now into a proper playlist. I've got everything organized on the channel now into proper playlist. I've got my music stuff, my gaming stuff, all of that is organized on the channel now. All of that is organized on the channel now. So if y'all want to check out any of this stuff, feel free. Hello, my dear viewer. Yes, you are. But yeah, guys. So yeah, guys. If you want to check out any of my stuff or any of my content on the channel, then just feel free to do so. I've got everything organized into proper playlist. And yeah, and if y'all want to know what the channel is about, if y'all want to know what the channel is about, if y'all want to know what the channel is about, then just go read the channel description. Basically, I talk about and yes, the channel description is long. It is a bit wordy, but that's okay. I talk about anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, psychology, etc., etc. I'm a storyteller, guys. I'm a storyteller, guys. I read and write stuff, Like I read and write stuff, so that's all good. Even though I've got nothing published yet, my first two stories will be out next year. My first two stories will come out next year. So yeah, I've got two stories coming out next year: The White Knight and Ogre's 8. Both of those stories are coming out next year. The White Knight in May, Ogre's 8 in October. The White Knight and Ogre's 8. Both of those are one chapter, 20 pages, 4 to 6 panels per page. So there you go, guys. And before anyone brings this up in chat, because it's going to happen, it is going to happen. There are 11 of you in chat right now. It's going to happen, so I'm going to address this right now. Y'all will get artwork. Y'all will get concept art because it happens every time I do these, guys. It happens every time. It happens every time. Every time I do one of these guys, it always happens. Always. So it's inevitable that somebody is going to spam in chat. We want artwork. We want artwork. Guys, y'all will get concept art. Y'all will get at least concept art of the samurai and gunslinger by the end of the year. Probably around Christmas or New Year's. So just be patient here with that, please. Anyways, guys, before I was so rudely interrupted by my sister playing fart noises and ruining the stream, but to be fair, that was pretty funny on her part, so good on her. Once again, I love you, sis. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, please. But yeah, that's good. And thank y'all for subbing, by the way. Hello to all of y'all in chat. Anyways, so thank you guys for subbing, because honestly, I'm not sure how I did it. I'm not sure how I gained 300 plus of y'all. I'm not sure how I did it. I'm not sure how I gained 300 plus subs. Because really, I thought no one would give me the time of day. I thought no one's gonna care about your dumb ass. No one's gonna care about some stupid, idiotic, southern fool here with a speech impediment. No one's gonna care about that. No one's gonna care about what you guys say. Turns out I was wrong. And thank God for that. But yeah. Anyways, guys, hey, before I was so rudely interrupted by my sister. Hey, before I was so rudely interrupted by my sister, I was talking about Wally. But I can see that in chat, so I'm gonna address that just right quick. So you do art? No, I do not do art. I'm gonna have to get. I've said this before, guys. I've said this before. I am not the artist, guys. I just create the stories and write the stories. I just create/write them. I'm gonna have to find an artist and editor to work with eventually. I'm gonna have to find a artist and editor to work with eventually. So yeah, that'll be fun. Anyways, guys, hey, before I had to end the first stream, I was talking about Wally, so let's get back to it. So basically, I was talking about Wally and how it was such a profound film, right? Do I like Spider-Man and Invincible? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do. Like, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. Spidey and Superman are my two favorite heroes of all time. Yes, I do love Invincible because it still baffles my mind that Rob Kurtman made not one but $2 million franchises. First, he goes and makes The Walking Dead. The original comics are so good. I need to get those and read them again ASAP. I love Invincible. He made $2 million franchises. First in 2003, Hit with The Walking Dead, and then another franchise, Hit with Invincible. The man's a genius. I love the story of Mark Grayson and Omni-Man. It is so good. It is so good. You are an artist, you say. You are an artist, you say. Can you do anime and manga style artwork? No, I do not have Roblox. I am a retired gamer, guys. I do not play video games, not anymore. Not anymore, guys. Not anymore. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Anyways, guys, so we were talking about Wally in the last stream. Well, not the last stream because you still won't see it. In the first time I tried this, but my sister interrupted with a unexpected, albeit funny prank on me. Ha. Anyways, guys, we were talking about Wally and the deeper themes of that. And guys, I'm a reader and writer and a storyteller, so I've read a lot of good books. I've read The Hunger Games, 1984, hit The Hobbit, hit Lord of the Rings, Silmarillion. I've read pretty much everything J.R.R. Tolkien has ever written. I've also read Hit the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, aka Narnia, by C.S. Lewis. I think Lewis is a profound writer. I've also read the Bible. It's a fascinating book. It's a good book. I'm not saying anything on its religious context. I'm just saying it's a good story. But if y'all want me to get into all that, that's for another day. However, however, the Bible is the first hyperlinked book, of which I'm still trying to figure out what that means. I'm not sure yet. Also, guys, I've read Dracula, Frankenstein, I've read a lot of Edgar Allan Poe stuff, a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stuff, and now Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft. And when it comes to horror, like when it comes to horror, H.P. Lovecraft and Edgar Allan Poe are two of the best. They are two of the best to ever do it. Because I've read H.P. Lovecraft stuff. Granted, H.P. Lovecraft is controversial nowadays for obvious reasons. But that still does not diminish the fact that he traumatized me as a kid. H.P. Lovecraft is a horrifying writer. The Cthulhu mythos is so terrifying and so vivid in detail. It is scary. Now, guys, I also talk about TV and cartoons. I love talking about like media and stuff and pop culture and all that. And you cannot talk about cartoons and horror. If you want to talk about cartoons in the horror genre, you must. It is always a given that you have to bring up one particular show. Can you guess what that show is? Can you guess what that show is? Courage the Cowardly Dog. Courage the Cowardly Dog traumatized a generation. And they're happy about that. Courage the Cowardly Dog was such a good show. Also, I love Adam. I love. Yeah, I can't think right now, guys. I'm too. I guess distracted. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I love the Invincible story, Eve and Mark and all that. That's all. That's all. That's all well and good. Anyways, back to Courage. So Courage the Cowardly Dog traumatized a generation, and we thank it for that because Courage the Cowardly Dog had a perfect balance. It had a perfect balance of both horror and comedy. Hey, we all know the two episodes, right? Hey, we all know these two episodes. Return the slab or suffer my curse. Hey, we all know the King Ramses episode. What is your offer? Yada yada yada. We know all that. And that is a horrifying episode, really. That is a horrifying episode. And my favorite episode of the show is Freaky Fred. Hello, my friend. My name is Fred. The words you hear are in my head. I say, my name is Fred. So horrifying the way he's able to just freely flow in rhyme, and it's demented, right? It is truly, truly demented. This freaky barber is like so scary. I love them. Plus, now, guys, it could also be a now, Courage was a very, very scary show, but it could also be at times a very, very sad show as well. Like, Courage the Cowardly Dog has a very, very sad episode. In fact, it is the saddest episode of the show, in my opinion. Hey, the Last of the Star Makers. Hey, the Last of the Star Makers was a very, very sad episode. It made me cry. It was that sad. Courage the Cowardly Dog, Hey, the Last of the Star Makers was a very, very good episode. Like, it is very, very good. Like, and it's so well done too. The animation, in the show. Anyways, guys, if you don't mind, I'd like to step away from Courage and get back to Wall-E because I never finished my thoughts on Wall-E. Now that I think about it, so Wall-E is a phenomenal film. It is a 2008 Pixar film. It is a beautifully animated film. It is beautifully, beautifully, beautifully animated. And it is a good film. Like, there are three main themes, right? There are three main themes in Wall-E. There are three main themes slash lessons in Wall-E. Number one is take care of the planet. Basically, it's the environmental message of take care of the planet and clean up the earth. The second theme is the over-reliance and overuse of technology. The third and arguably the most important theme is the need for actual human connection. Now, in the beginning, in the first 30 minutes, or the first half, well, not the first half, more like the first 30 minutes of the film, there's no dialogue. All of it is done by action and description. This film is so good, if for the first 30 minutes there's no dialogue. It is beautiful. So, we get this scene, and Wall-E is on Earth, he's taking care of the planet, he's trying to clean it up, because it has become a dystopian wasteland, because the humans have damaged it so badly. They've basically trashed it so badly. Earth now is polluted. Earth is literally a garbage world, a trash planet. The humans have took care of it so badly and poorly that they have now gone into space and live on a spaceship. I'll get to that in a bit, but back to the first part of Wall-E. So Wall-E, and guys, I failed to mention this, but I've tried my best, right? I've tried my best to talk about these films in particular. I have tried and failed. I have tried and failed multiple times to talk about Wall-E and Inside Out. I'll get to Inside Out in a bit if y'all want. I'll get to Inside Out in a bit if y'all want. So, yeah. I'll get to Inside Out in a bit if y'all want. But, yeah. So if for the first 30 minutes of the film, there's no dialogue, it's just Wall-E taking care of the planet, he's doing his job. Plus, he has a collection of human trinkets, of human possessions, and he finds them fascinating, and he finds it rather interesting, and he has a home, and he has a collection of stuff, and it's very, very good, and he has little pet cockroach friend, and it's so good. And then a spacecraft comes in and drops Eve off. Eve is the other robot, and she's searching for something. She's searching for any signs of life on the planet. She is searching for any signs of life on the planet. And Wall-E immediately falls in love with her. Wall-E's smitten. He loves this robot. He falls in love with Eve. And it's just, and we get a very cute, a very adorable montage, right? It is so adorable, it's so cute and wholesome, I love it. and then and then Eve finds the plant, takes it back to takes it back to takes it back to the Axiom, takes it back into the spaceship, and Wally leaves the planet to go save Eve. Well, able to go quote unquote save Eve. But and the animation, like I said, the animation in this film is truly, truly beautiful, truly, truly brilliant. And the director and the director himself, he said he wanted to make a love story, of which I think he accomplished that goal tremendously. Anyways, guys, once we finally do see the humans, once we finally do see the humans in Wally on the spaceship on the Axiom, once we see the humans, they've become, to put it bluntly, and I mean no offense here, guys, to put it bluntly, they've become over reliant on technology. They've become fat, lazy, and overall just in very, very poor health. So, yeah, they're not doing so great. They're not doing so great. The humans in Wally are overly reliant on technology. They are literally right beside each other, right in front of each other, right behind each other, and they're talking to each other like how I'm talking to you right now on a screen. But and then and then and then there's the third and final theme slash lesson in Wally, and that theme is, and the third and final theme, guys, is the actual need for human connection. I mean, if you were face to face with me in this room and we were talking, that is actual human connection. Yes, texting and calling and FaceTime is good, but it cannot replace actual human connection. And that's the problem, guys. That's the problem here with the humans in Wall-E. They've become so lazy and so over-dependent on technology that they're sitting and floating in hover chairs, and they have technology do everything for them. It is truly, truly interesting of how Wall-E tackles these things. Truly. Plus, I love the metaphors and the themes and all that. Like, there's a scene in the film to where the captain of the ship asks his computer to find dancing, and then it cuts to Wally and Eve dancing in space. That is so profound. That is so, so profound. And guys, like I said, hey, the animation in this film is just truly, truly brilliant. Hello, my dear viewer. But yeah, the animation in this film is top-notch quality, truly. And yeah, guys, if y'all haven't seen it, go watch it. Go watch Wall-E. I know y'all are sick and tired. Y'all are sick and tired of me talking about it because I bring it up every stream. Every stream, it's inevitable I'll talk about Wall-E at some point. I have tried and failed on multiple occasions to tackle Wall-E and to tackle Inside Out as well. Now, Inside Out is a completely different film. It is complex and deep for a completely different set of reasons, but still, Inside Out is a beautifully animated film, and it's very, very deep in psychological themes and all that. Like, and guys, I finally saw the second film a few days ago. It's so good. It is very good. Inside Out 2 is very good. If you haven't watched either of the films, go watch them if you have Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, go watch them. Go watch both Inside Out and Inside Out 2. Also, guys, like I said in the beginning, if y'all hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment. So that's why I stutter. That's why I trip over my words. Anyways, so yeah, guys. Yeah, so those two films, or no, those three films, Wally and the Inside Out movies are phenomenal. Go watch them if you haven't. Also, like, I talk about a lot of stuff here, guys. I talk about anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, TV shows, and cartoons. Like, I have a variety of topics here to talk about. Like, if y'all would let me, I would go on probably like a 3 to 4 hour stream just talking about comic books and movies and history and mythology. Because guys, I've studied Greek mythology for 6 years. I've studied Norse for 2. Coming up on 3 actually, because in February it'd be 3 years since I started studying Norse mythology. Because it's just awesome to me, guys. It's just awesome just learning about this stuff. I know more about Greek mythology. I know more about Greek mythology than I do Norse. I've read Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. I've read Theogony, of which, if you want to learn about Greek mythology, I would highly recommend that book in particular, Hestia's Theogony. That's a very good book. Now, guys, I will admit this. Even though I've studied Norse mythology for 2 years, even though I've studied Norse for 2 years, I have not read the prose and poetic Edda yet. I have not read the prose or poetic Eddas yet. I will, though, just give me time. I'm working on a lot of stuff, guys. I'm working on a lot of stuff. Like, that's why I think J.R.R. Tolkien is so brilliant, guys. He wrote The Hobbit, his Lord of the Rings, and and Silmarillion. Now, the Silmarillion and the world of Middle-earth in general is his attempt at creating a mythology for England. Like, I'm a huge J.R.R. Tolkien nerd. I love the world of Middle-earth. I love Bilbo Baggins. I love Frodo Baggins, Gandalf, Thorin, Philly, Killy. I love all those guys. And wow, my voice is getting hoarse if I'm talking. But that's okay. We're gonna hit the hour mark just like we always do. Although this will probably have to be a shorter one, guys, because this is technically a redo or a retry, considering the first stream and all that. But yeah, as soon as we hit the hour mark, guys, I'm probably gonna have to end it. Hey, but that's okay. Y'all will get another one tomorrow night. Y'all get these every night from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. and all that. So yeah. Like, I mean, this stuff is very, very interesting to me, and I just enjoy everything I do. Now, guys, I do have a couple of songs up on the channel. I have a particular song on the channel I uploaded on November 27th. I uploaded a song on November 27th that took me 5 years to write. And if and when y'all read the description of that song I uploaded on November 27th, y'all will know why it took me 5 years to write that song. But yeah, guys, I've got a lot of stuff on the channel. Everything is organized into proper playlists now. So yeah, if you want to go check it out, please do. If not, that's fine. Just know that y'all get these every night from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Alright, thank you, my dear viewer, thank you. But yeah, guys, like, there's a lot I like to, there's a lot I like to do and study and all that. Like, I mean, like I said, I've gone on and on and on about Wally and Inside Out. All the way sequel, Inside Out 2, him when Riley's a teenager. That is fascinating because the new emotions, right? And because in the first film, in the first Inside Out, it covers Riley from a baby to 11 years old, and the core emotions in the first film go as followed: joy, sadness, fear, disgust, and anger. I might have them in the wrong order, but those are the main 5 core emotions in the first film. And then in the second film, here we get a few more. Here we get joy. Here we get the main 5: joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust. And then we get some new ones like embarrassment, envy, ennui, and anxiety. Now now I may have mispronounced Ennui's name. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but either way, the second film is brilliant. Riley is a teenager now, and she's going through puberty, of which not only means biological changes to the actual to the to the actual human body. Not only is she changing physically, but she's also changing emotionally. Like we all remember what it was like to be teenagers, or if you're a teenager watching this, you will eventually go through this puberty and all that. Because the first film ended on that note. It ended with them redecorating the headquarters and adding that puberty button. In the second film, puberty comes, and basically anger taps very softly and gently on a button and causes Riley to freak out, to basically get super angry for no rational reason. And that's what it's like as a teenager. Our emotions are amplified to the nth degree. Now, I love this idea, right? Because there's no true bad guy in these films. I mean, it's just so well done, right? Like, the metaphors and jokes are genius. Like, in the first film, right, Joy is trying to control Riley and make sure she's always happy, and she never lets she lets the other emotions have their turn, but she never lets sadness have her turn because she wants Riley happy, not sad. And this may be a horrible analysis of the films. I don't know. I'm trying, guys. But yeah, this these films are so well done. Like in the first film, there's a joke to where Joy puts sadness in a circle and she says, let's keep all the sadness in the circle and not move an inch." That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful metaphor for keeping everything bottled up inside. We're not allowed to express any other emotion besides happiness. That is obviously wrong. That ideology is obviously wrong. But still, it's a beautiful, beautiful joke. And it's so good that Joy learns her lesson at the end of the film, because sadness leads to joy and joy leads to sadness. There's a quote, I think, that appropriately sums up this the ending of the first film. I think there's a quote that is very, very appropriate that sums up the at least the first film beautifully. Laughter becomes tears, and tears become laughter. I'll say it again. Laughter becomes tears, and tears laughter. Or no, laughter turns to tears, and tears into laughter. I'm not sure who said that, guys. I'm not sure who came up here with the quote. Otherwise, I would give proper credit. But I'm not sure. I know a philosopher came up here with the quote. I'm just not sure who came up here with that quote. But I believe that quote sums up the first film beautifully. And then in the second film, anxiety tries to take over, and she says, and initially, anxiety and all the other emotions are happy and willing to and excited to work here with all the other emotions, mainly joy. Hey, but then anxiety cast out all anxiety cast out the five core main emotions, and she says Riley needs more complex emotions now, and you guys really are not needed anymore. Now that is a gross and simple way of putting it, but I'm doing the best I can. But yeah, guys, it's such a good. Both of these films are so good. I watched them back to back, and they're phenomenal. Like, Riley's a teenager now, and she has to go through all these situations and all these life events, and it's so good. And there's so many great jokes in the film, like when anxiety is trying to when anxiety is trying to think of an when anxiety is trying to come up here with ideas for to make a new core of Riley's personality or whatever, like a a actual brainstorm happens. It's funny and a phenomenal. Plus, look out, a sarcasm. Riley's being sarcastic, and it's causing everything to fall apart. It's an actual sarcasm. It's funny, it's brilliant, it's amazing. But the best part of the film, in my opinion, comes at the end of the film. Riley is benched for tripping someone in a in the in a in a hot in a in a hockey game, and she's benched for 2 minutes, and anxiety just starts taking over headquarters or her mind, and it is so good, and anxiety loses herself. Anxiety becomes uncontrollable, of which I love the fact that fear likes anxiety, because that makes sense, right? That makes sense that fear and anxiety here would get along so well. And it is so beautiful, in my opinion, that Joy actually snaps in this film. She loses it. Are you delusional? They ask. Yes, of course I. Yes, of course I'm. Yes, of course I'm delusional. Did you know what it's like? To constantly having to be happy all the time. It's a, it's a, it's a break, right? It's horrible. Joy completely loses it. It is so funny and so good. Joy loses it and actually gets angry for a second there. It is so well done. It is so well done. And anger of all people actually bring her back down and help her out. Like, I love the fact that fear and anxiety. I love the fact that fear kind of likes anxiety and anger helps joy, right? It's such a fascinating concept. And then embarrassment helps sadness once sadness is back at headquarters. It just made me realize, wait, these emotions do work off of each other in a beautiful way. If you haven't seen the film, if you have not seen the film, go watch it, please. I implore you, I implore you, go watch both of them. I watched them back to back, which I'm very glad I did. I'm very, very glad I did. Also, I'm sorry about the spoilers if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, I apologize for the little bit of spoilers I gave. But it's okay. Go watch the film, please. Go watch Inside Out 1 and 2. Now, you don't have to do it back to back like I did, but these films are psychological masterpieces, in my opinion. It's the same with Wall-E. Now, Wall-E is brilliant in a different way because Wall-E, it deals with immature and tough themes, as does Inside Out. Although the main three themes in Wall-E are the environmental message, aka take care of the planet. Two is the overuse and reliance on technology. And number three is the actual need for human connection. Inside Out, both of those films are psychological films, at least in my opinion. In my opinion, both of those films are psychological masterpieces. I would love to see where this goes. I would love to see where this goes, man. Because, I wish I could break them down more. I wish I could. You know what? I actually can, but I'm not sure if I don't know, guys. My mind is so jumbled right now that it would take time for me to actually write a script and do all that and actually break down the films for you guys, of which I would, but I don't have the time. I'm too busy. I'm too busy here with the music stuff, here with my story stuff and all that. Hey, but that's okay. That's alright. But yeah, guys. But yeah, guys, I mean, all this stuff is fascinating, is truly, truly good. And I love it dearly, right? I love it dearly. So yeah, guys, Inside Out is a phenomenal. Inside Out 2 is great. Wall-E is great. Another great film I've mentioned before is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio covers a lot of themes as well. Although it is mainly it's 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 a good film, although it's 2 hours long. Like, it mainly covers like death, war, and all that, which of which you wouldn't think, of which you would not think in a Pinocchio film there would be death and war. But in this adaptation of Pinocchio, oh yes, and Guillermo del Toro is one of my favorite directors, by the way. And the film is 2 hours, guys, like I said. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is 2 hours. However, it is 2 hours long and still feels like it just flies by. Not to mention the fact that it is in stop motion. This film is in stop motion. It is so, so well done. I love stop motion. It's one of my favorite animation styles of all time. Granted, it's not my favorite. My favorite being traditional 2D animation, but still, it's very, very good. Like, there is a lot of stuff to cover, guys. There is a lot of stuff I could cover. I could go I could dive deep into the deeper themes of certain comic books and certain mangas and certain stories and certain like movies and TV shows and all that. Like I could do all that, guys. The question is, how would y'all like to watch it? How would y'all like it to do it? I haven't really gotten too personal here with you guys. Sorry guys, I'm dealing with allergies in my nose and my throat and all that. All that is very, very annoying. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, guys. There's nothing I can do about that. But yeah, guys, I really haven't gotten too personal here with y'all. I've kept my private stuff private. I keep my stuff very, very close, very, very close to the chest. I keep my stuff very, very secure. I do not reveal too much. Although I did reveal at least a little bit. I gave y'all a glimpse into my past. Hey, with the song I uploaded. Hey, with the song I uploaded on November 27th. If y'all read the description, the description, if y'all read the description of that song, of the song I uploaded on November 27th of this year, then y'all will know why it took me 5 years to write this song. But yeah, guys, that's all I gotta say about the music stuff. And as promised, I did give y'all 2 more songs. I gave y'all 2 more songs on December 1st. So if y'all want, go check those out as well. But personally, I would recommend the song I uploaded on November 27th because I think that's the best song I've ever done on the channel. Granted, I am not a professional musician. I do not claim to be. I just do the music stuff for fun. I do not do it professionally. Now, I do my story stuff. I do the writing stuff professionally. Even though I've got nothing published yet, guys. Even though I have nothing published yet, I take the writing stuff a lot more seriously than I do the music stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very interesting that somehow, some way, I've garnered over 300 of y'all, and that is truly, truly just amazing to me. Like, thank you guys so much, if from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so, so much. If from the bottom of my heart, guys, I truly, truly thank you. Because I honestly thought no one here would care, no one here would watch. Because who would, right? Who cares about a stupid, idiotic, southern fool here with a speech impediment? I know I don't at some points, but that's okay. That's okay. Thank you guys. Anyways, yeah, guys, just thank you guys so much for watching and and all that. It's amazing that I've got 300 of you, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys. And like I said, I've got everything organized on the channel. It is just it's very, very amazing, guys. I've got everything on the channel organized into proper playlists now, so y'all can check that stuff out if you want. And if you're interested, and if you are interested in the Dragon King trilogy that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you are interested in the Dragon King trilogy that I'm working on, or my mythology that I'm working on, of which the mythology I'm working on and the Dragon King go hand in hand. The Dragon King trilogy is the introduction to said mythology. There are 7 songs of Avaloria up on the channel, guys. Like I said, I've got everything organized into proper playlist. Just to go to the songs of my mythology, to the songs of Avaloria, and read the description of those songs, guys. Because I give y'all a little bit. Hey, the description of those songs tell you, hey, what this song is about and all that. and that's all well and good. So that's fine. Anyways, guys, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. At some points it seems like I'm Porky Pig, just stuttering, tripping over my words. That's all, folks. That type of deal is funny. Of course, like I grew up on the Looney Tunes. I grew up on Bugs, Daffy, and I grew up on Bugs, Daffy, Elmer, Yosemite Sam, and all those characters. I grew up on a lot of other cartoons like SpongeBob, Avatar, Teen Titans, etc., etc. Like, I grew up on a lot of that stuff, guys, and it's so funny to me. And I look back at those days here with nostalgia. And, guys, I'm a retired gamer. I do not play video games anymore, although video games were a huge part of my childhood. And I just want to say happy late anniversary. Happy late anniversary to PlayStation. Because yesterday it was December 3rd. On December 3rd, 1994, the first PlayStation came out. On December 3rd, 1994, the first PlayStation came out. So happy late anniversary to Sony and PlayStation. I personally grew up here with the PlayStation 2, here with games like Devil May Cry, God of War, The Shadow Colossus, um, here with other games. I can't think of any at the moment. Hey, but yeah, I grew up on stuff like that. Like, I grew up here with the PS2 era of gaming and all that. So that is very, very good, and that is just so much fun in my opinion. But yeah, I grew up on a lot of TV shows, on a lot of cartoons, a lot of anime and manga, guys. Like I said, I love Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball Z and its story, Goku, and all that. All that stuff is very, very fun. Also, guys, there's a particular comic series here that I have way, way too much nostalgia for. Well, not too much, but just nostalgia in general for. And I got it for Christmas last year. And that comic book series is Neil Gaiman's Sandman series. Neil Gaiman, and I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but Neil Gaiman, his Sandman series, hey with, hey with Morpheus, Death, and Dream, and all those characters. Very, very good. I love the Endless. I love I love the fact that at the start of the comic they wanted Death. They tried to summon Death and got Dream, aka Morpheus, instead. This comic book series is so complex and so well done. It is truly, truly great. I read it originally at 11 years old as a kid. It got me through some very, very trying times. Also, guys, um, I've also got, I hate my speech. Bleh. Also, guys, I've got, I, speech impediment. Work with me here, please. I've also got, Mike Mignola's Hellboy on my, on my, on my desk over there. It is so good, man. I love the story of Hellboy, and Mike Mignola's art is truly, truly great. I mean, it is phenomenal. It is truly, truly phenomenal. It is just so well done. Yeah, but I grew up on a lot of stuff, guys. I also loved Star Wars. I don't like the new trilogy. I like the original trilogy and the prequels. Like, I love a lot of media in general. I love a lot of comic books, anime, cartoons, all that stuff. I mean, I want to do a breakdown. I mean, I would like to do a breakdown of Teen Titans. eventually, but I'm not sure how that would work out. Hey, because the original 2003 Teen Titans was so good. I loved the first season, hey, with Robin and Red X and all that. And it seems like each season focused on a certain character. Like the first season it focused on Robin, the second season focused on Tara, adapting one of my favorite stories in all of comic book history, hit the Judas Contract, of which season 2 broke me as a child. I'll get to that probably in a later stream. Season 3, I think season 3 it was about Cyborg, and season 4 I think it was about Raven, and season 5 about Beast Boy. Now I could have those two mixed up. I could have season 3 and 4 mixed up. Hey, for all I know, Raven, he could be the main focus in season 3, and Cyborg, he could be the main focus in season 4. I'm not sure which one is which. All I know is that things change I did not like as a kid. I did not like the ending of the original Teen Titans. But in 2020, the voice actor for Cyborg, he did a interview and he said, all of you wanting a season 6 of the original show or a continuation of the original show missed the point of the ending of the original show. What is a teenager's last lesson? What is a teenager's final lesson? Things change, people come and people go. It took me years and years to understand that, guys. But in 2020, I finally understood that and I finally accepted it. But before that, in spring 2017, I wrote a fan fiction season 6, 7, and 8 of Teen Titans that basically sparked my love for writing. So yeah, if it wasn't for Things Change, I would not be a writer. So I guess thank you, Things Change. But yeah, that is something I thought I would never say. But here we are. Anyways, guys, so yeah. I mean, I've got so much on my mind right now. I got so much more I could talk about, but we are running out of time slowly but surely. So yeah, guys. I at some points I don't know what I'm doing, guys. At some points I don't know what I'm doing, and it feels like I'm talking to a camera just in front of no one, and I just don't know why I'm doing this. At some points, at least it feels that way, because because there are three main reasons. Sorry guys, hit my nose again. Jesus Christ. Hey, there are three reasons I do these, guys. There are three reasons I do these. Number one is to see if there's anyone else interested in what I'm interested in, i.e., anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, etc., etc. Number two is to promote the stories, is to promote is to promote his stories and actually try to build hype and get y'all excited for them and get people interested in the stories. And number three, well, that's just get better at talking. And the third reason I do these, guys, is the third and final and probably most important reason I do these, guys, is to get better at talking. Is to try to articulate myself better and not stutter as much, even though the stuttering is inevitable because of my speech impediment. But yeah, those are the main reasons I do these, guys. Those are the main reasons I do these live streams. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 10 p.m. sharp here with episode 92. Anyways, guys, And with that, guys, we have hit the hour mark, and you gotta know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe, turn on post notifications, turn on all post notifications, so that we never miss a video, and you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys, and thank you guys.